G'day guys, Duckfield here for game number 3 from the TSL 4 Korean qualifiers. I believe it's qualifier number 3. We're here in the game, in game 3 of this PvP, which has been very interesting so far to see how these two particular players have gone for a very... we've sort of seen them go for a little bit of the attempt to go for a macro style, and then obviously in game number 2 that didn't work too well for our player down here in the red. It is a Dream Team Gaming Scar, of course, dtGScar, a PvP player who from Korea who's been doing a fantastic job on the ladder. Meanwhile, his opponent up at the top in the blue, who has been through a few teams. Of course, he was originally on the FOU team, and then of course they switched into FXO, and we had a lot of fun with his name, whether it was Z or Oz, and of course this is FnaticOz. So we'll find out what's going to go on here. Of course, Daybreak, a very big map. Of course, it generally in most of the matchups it prompts a lot of early expansions. You'll see it in TVT, you'll see it in Zerg versus Zerg as well. But Protoss versus Protoss, of course, it can be a little bit of a difficult thing to fast expand. Of course, you will occasionally see people try something like a cannon rush into a Forge expand, which look, I'm not going to advocate it, but if you want to try it, go for it. We also do see, speaking of cannon rushes, you can cannon rush, just place one down here, and then two here, and then you're good to go with the cannon just back there. I know a lot of people will hate me for saying those sorts of things, but hey, you got to deal with it at some point. As I was saying, not the map that you would generally see some sort of crazy Protoss fast expand. Of course, generally the quicker way you can fast expand in a PvP is with one gate and one robo, or sometimes if you're going to be a little bit more daring, you can do a one gate, one Stargate expand. And then if your opponent goes for Stargate as well, feel free to put down a Nexus yourself. But we'll have to find out if these guys are going to go for that. As I was saying in game number 1, Stargate openings are starting to become a little bit more popular. People have realized that they are actually really good openings. A lot of people will tell you, you know, don't use them because they get beaten by 4 gates. A properly executed Stargate opening should not actually lose to 4 gate at all. You should be able to control things quite nicely with your initial units, with that quick sentry that you want to get out, and then also with the, you can use Phoenix for defense. A lot of people seem to neglect that, I don't know why. But, looks like both of these guys are just going to open up pretty standard here. Going to have a Stalker first from Scar down the bottom. His opponent, Oz, will be getting out he's got a Zealot out first. He's also going to get a Sentry just after that. He's also got I'm interested by this pylon here. I think that may lead to a Stargate opening. He does have double gas. Of course, both the players went for that very quick gas. And the Twilight Council from Scar. That is a very quick Twilight Council, just straight off the bat. We haven't even finished the first Stalker and he started that already, so depends on what his next unit is. If this is a Zealot, I'm pretty sure, yep, this will be a DT rush. He's got a lot of gas coming in. Of course, you do need 250 gas to start that Dark Shrine, and then it takes about 6 years for that thing to complete. And but judging by the timings here, he is definitely going to go for that DT opening. He'll probably chuck the DT Shrine over here, just to make sure it's sort of a little bit further out from his opponent's base than it normally, than you would normally put your tech. Normally you'd have it around here, but there is a Dark Shrine, so he is going to get started with that. He's sending out one of his probes, and then, okay, he's going to make a wall as well. I like that. He's, I don't know. It's a interesting decision whether you do a wall off. Some people will wall off when they get when they're doing cannons. Some people will wall off when they do these quick DTs. Of course, it's very much up to you. His opponent Oz, of course, is actually doing he's done this this 2-gate Star, so he's going to have some Phoenix out, which unfortunately for Oz lead to perhaps some bad times. This is going to be very dependent on how Oz defends with these sentries at the front door. The Phoenix is now out, and Oz is chronoing a second one out as quickly as he can. Meanwhile, he's just going to get some vision inside the main. The question is he going to scout out this Dark Shrine, which is just about to complete? He should be able to, and just floats straight over, checks what's there, and does find that the Dark Shrine is just about to complete. So he's going to have to be very vigilant with the sentries at the front door. Got to make sure that any sort of blur that you see, you just slap that slap the force field down straight away, and I'm not even sure if he's going to be aware of how fast these DTs are coming, and here they are. Scar is wow, he's actually getting an Archon up. He realizes that his opponent has seen what was coming and is going to get an Archon up to say, no buddy, we're just coming straight in the door. That Archon acting like a bodyguard for this DT, and the DT gets straight in. This Robo did go up from Oz, but I don't think anything is going to be able to save this game here. The DT going to work on that pylon. He is going to have to try and get inside, but more DT, in fact more units now are getting inside, and Oz is in a world of trouble. He's losing units, he's losing probes, and now with these sentries gone, this DT is going to have a hell of a time, and Oz going down to a very well-executed DT rush there. Of course, just knowing that his opponent was aware of the DTs, that they were coming, he should be fine to actually defend against those DTs, and just says, you know what? A couple of my first few DTs, we're going to make these an Archon and push down that door. So very nice tactic there from Scar. Good to see him take a win there against a high quality player. Make sure you check out the Twitter for both of these players. You can also jump on Oz's stream. I'm not sure how much he streams these days, but I'm sure he must because I found one. And I'm not sure if Scar is streaming, but yeah, if I put it on the thing right at the start of this video, then he must be. So go check it out, and thank you very much to Dream Team Gaming as well, and thanks to Team Liquid for the TSL 4. It's very cool stuff. All sorts of replays available on teamliquid.net. Now, catch you all next time. Cheers.